a lot of time we outside looking and say, oh, this person should do it because you're in that position. First of all, you don't know what the person's position is. And that's
Right.
where you're putting a responsibility on someone without even knowing their situation. You understand? I mean, let's use an extreme example. Say Blockbuster was black owned. You go, oh, Blockbuster should absolutely give back. Where's Blockbuster today? I mean, where's Kodak? Who was worth like? Where's you understand what I'm saying? It's we look outside and we go, oh, this person is that part. They should give back on it. You do not know what that person is going through internally. You do not know what a business is going through. Sometimes to even maintain and stay at a certain level, a lot of times these people, you're not even spending time with your family the way you want to spend time with your family. You understand? So for us to be outside and look at an individual who have achieved certain things and goes, oh, you should be doing this or you should be doing that. Like, who are you to judge that individual what they want to do with their lives? You understand? And there's another context to it. You have no idea what that individual is going through. Like, that's crazy. You know, or this company who was this top is not. You understand? So I think as an individual, as individuals, we have responsibility first and foremost to our families, right? And to create what that we have a family. But beyond that, I don't think we should, as people, throw that on other individuals. So that's another context, because a lot of times when you hear the stories, it goes, "Oh my God, I had no idea that was really going on," you know. So that's also an added reason.
I agree with you in on the idea that you can't necessarily point to an individual and say you should have given back. Like, people have to make their choices. But I just believe collectively we should. I think we have the responsibility too. You
Yeah.
are free. You should be free to choose whether or not you want to without judgment. But I still believe that the responsibility is there, that we should. What are your thoughts, Damien?
Well, the way I think about giving back, again, is not always about the tangibles, right? Because the tangibles then now put a burden on you. The tangibles then put the scenario that Anthony just spoke about. You don't know what's happening with different persons in their corporations or in their lives. But you can give back in terms of sharing knowledge. That don't cost anything, right? And the sharing of knowledge is very, very powerful. You can give back in terms of sharing consciousness, even through, so you're an entertainer. In your music, you dedicate to say, you know what? Some of my albums are going to be around some conscious thing that is uplifting, that is focusing on things that is going to really serve to the empowerment of Black people, or to remind us of the kinds of challenges and the struggles that we have had and ways that we can circumvent that. So giving back don't always have to be something that is this kind of monetary or tangible burden. Certainly, I think it's a responsibility. We can give back in terms of mentorship, right? You can mentor. If every Black successful man and Black successful woman say, you know what, I'm going to adopt, I don't know, in terms of mentoring one other young person, how far we could go. Yeah. Giving back in terms of, if you have the wherewithal in communities. So take, for example, the city of Chicago, riddled, with all sorts of maladaptive behavior, crime, violence. I mean, you can give back in those spaces, again, through knowledge sharing, through empowering, through mentoring. Yeah, those things go a far way in helping, particularly young as they come up. So that's how when I think about this giving back, it's a kind of responsibility that we do have, in part of uplifting, the Black race. It's needed, and I don't think part of how the Western world is constructed, right? And we're going philosophical now. The Western world is constructed around this idea of individualism, right? So I am because I work hard and I push, right? And free market capitalism is built on those things. And I'm not against free market capitalism. In fact, I am for it. But I'm for a responsible kind of free market capitalism, one that says that, particularly for Black and brown people, we are going up against the gradient always. Yes? And if we think of as a collective rather than, because we can talk about individuals within the black and brown communities who are doing very well, yes, but if we really want to dismantle the systemic problems in the marketplace, right? Unemployment rates are precipitously, they are falling, but they are highest among black and brown people, yeah? Incarceration rates are falling, but they're highest among black and brown people. The United States, for example, has 13% are blacks, yet over 44% of those behind bars are black men. Something is wrong with that statistic. And so, Anthony, DYs and our listeners, if we operate in these individual silos, it's very difficult to take on this system that we're talking about. Yeah, we have to think more in collectives. And the word collective sometimes get a very bastardized notion. You think about, oh, that's communism or socialism. No. We are saying is, in everything that you do, have some intentionality.